This is really presumptuous of me to say, but how do you become the world's best professor? And the answer is really simple. Just follow me with this easy course with 6 steps. Pay me $1,000. No, but the answer is extraordinarily simple, because we already know the answer of this in a lot of different areas. I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to tell you something else after this that might surprise you. There are 3 things that you have to do to become the world's best professor. You have to listen, you have to ignore, and you have to reinvest. So what's the first thing? You have to listen to what other people are saying and read into not what they're saying. That's not what I'm saying. Not actually what they're telling you, but read in to the vibe. Read into something else that is going on behind the scenes. And that's the key thing, is to think about what is going on behind the scenes. What is triggering people to do things? What is that? Second, number 2. You have to, oh, by the way, why is it so presumptuous? Why am I laughing? I am a professor. I'm an associate professor of innovation. And, I say these things because then you watch them. If I don't say those things, you'll never watch them. And I think it's hilarious. So I'm listening to you. That's the first thing. The second thing is you have to do a lot of ignoring. If you look at anybody that does, look at this, by the way. she's got a big stick. That's bad. If you look at what anybody does in the marketplace and how they build things that are extraordinarily impressive, or that we really like them. I mean, you name the particular thing. The innovators in this world, they ignore a whole bunch of stuff where there's going to be a ton of people that are going to want your attention. There's actually a guy who studies this, or several people that study this in management. But there is a lot of people that want your attention. They're going to want to tell you something, and you're going to desperately want to listen to them. Like, desperately want to listen to them because it seems so seductive in your head. But you stand up and you disregard, as Richard Feynman said, by the way, did extraordinary things in physics. You just have to disregard, ignore a whole bunch of stuff that the market is sending you. And it's hard to do that. Extraordinarily hard to actually ignore what the market is telling you when you desperately want to impress other people. Now, the last thing, and that's why it's so important to ignore, is because you have to learn to reinvest. Take X percentage of everything that you ever make and ever do and give it away. Give it away in some sort of weird, strange fashion that makes sense for you. Why do you do this? And why is it such a damn hard thing to do? It's because you're giving it away with no expectation in any sort of way. You might have an expectation, but you can't show it, you can't feel it. You have to ignore that expectation because it's crushing when it never comes back to you. And you do that repeatedly. So, why is it that people don't do this? I want you to just look at the numbers in any particular domain that is behaviorally difficult to do. You name it. Weight loss, saving money. What else is there? Marriage and relationships and family, getting an education, any number of different things. It's all hard. Behaviorally, it's very difficult to do this because those first 2 points, you're really going to want to listen to people and try to impress people. And then the second thing is you will find it difficult to ignore people because that market is seductive. I desperately want to drive around a Lamborghini at any given time. I'll tell you that. I mean, I do. I want the big muscles. I really do. I want all of that kind of stuff. And it's so seductive to do that. Oh, I want to be, I want to go to the most famous places and be the most well-known, all of those things. And yet you have to ignore it. And you repeatedly do it. Now, if you do this, do you become the world's best? No. Here's the trick. Here's the sneaky thing. It doesn't work like that. There is no best. That notion that there's a best is ridiculous. But what I can tell you, if you do this, you get a sense of self. You realize, like, I can actually do this myself. I can ignore what people are telling me, and I can continuously reinvest in myself and other people. And hopefully by the time you do this, when you're 80 or 90 years old, things will work out for you and you'll be happy the fact that you did this. I think about people that a lot of people don't think about. Like my mom, for example. Here's a person that gave everything away and she continues to do so. And I just think about that as like, I hope I become somebody like that eventually. Or, morning. Or I think about, any number of people that are doing impressive things. And there's a lot of people in this world that are doing impressive things that people are proud about. And you pick it. The person that picks up your garbage every day. The person that goes out and sweeps the floors. Any of those things. I think about that all the time of, man, I feel so privileged to be in a world where there's lots of people that do that. That built my house. That built this path. I'm very thankful for the fact that people have actually done that. And I think when they're 80, 90 years old, I hope they're proud of themselves as well. And hopefully, if you do this, you'll become the world's best professor. Take care, and have a wonderful day.